busy, Joe. I just noticed that it was 6:01, so why don't we go ahead and call the meeting to order? And Joe, would you do us the honor of the invocation tonight?
Sure.
That'd be wonderful, thank you. Everybody please rise and stay standing for the pledge of allegiance.
Yeah, so chiefs, please bow your heads. Gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing us here this evening. We thank you for a little bit of breaking the weather for some of the neighbors to this community. There are a lot of lightning and traffic lights out and a lot of rain, so please keep all those who are traveling safe. Please be with those who could not be here this evening. Give them traveling mercies. Please be with all those who are here. Provide guidance and wisdom for the council to make the most appropriate decisions for the benefit of the citizens and the businesses here in this community. And certainly continue to bless us and the ones we love. We ask all this in your son's precious name. Amen.
Amen. I pray allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Jim.
Well,
Okay, for the roll call, we are down one tonight. Eric is not with us tonight, out of town. We'll move on to agenda approval. I don't have any changes to make to the agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda? So moved. Second. Second. Any discussion? Okay, being that there's none, all in favor of approving the agenda, please raise your hand. Unanimous. Let's go on to the consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Yes, Mayor, we can motion to approve the consent agenda as is.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. Moving along, there's many reports. Rachel, is there anything from the TDA?
No, ma'am. No, Mayor, we don't have anything new to report this month.
Move on to Mr. Joe Walter, the Planning and Zoning Commission.
Mayor Council, good to see you all again. I have I prepared an updated zoning administrative report. Tried to catch up on some things that were happening. I know there's some items that will be discussed later on the business agenda, so I just sort of noted in there. And I was just having a conversation with Joe about Stonehaven, so we were discussing that. That was our sidebar. So I'm going to do some research and follow up with him on some questions. Other than that, we don't really have any plans under review, other than we have, I think we finally got the storm and sewer as-built approved for Walnut Grove Commercial Center. And there may be another, some of these projects may not be still active. I just need to follow up with staff on that. But right now, I think folks are just kind of waiting and seeing on activity here between that and the roundabout construction.
Anybody have any questions? There are a couple of things that are, there's like something that's done that was down to completion.
Okay, sometimes we refer to things here, and I don't have a clue what it is. Stonehaven would be an example.
That would be Reliant Homes.
Okay, thank you. I didn't know.
It started in last vaccine, but it was Diamond Creek.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now
And
it's
it's still with the-
Stonehaven.
Okay.
Any questions for Joe?
So, Mayor, well, since I have, y'all hear you said there was some on active that could be moved to.
Church of the Grove LDP.
Church of the Grove is complete. I'll move it. Okay. Guess it's complete and they are worshiping there, so,
Mhm.
all right, I will move that.
Couple of those things we need to get more information on to be able to.
I'll follow up with Jed when I look at this other item, we can make sure.
I agree.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey. Move on to the library report, Dana. Come on up, Dana.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
I'm so happy to be here. It was a great thing. I got to work on a book
Thank
order
you.
for this month. You're welcome.
Ma'am?
We finally got all the kinks worked out with the new publishing company with accessing books from the library. So I had several hundred books arrive the past couple of weeks. And today I get to do another large order, to get a lot more books for our library. The turnaround time has been great too. So we're getting them approximately a month after I ordered them, which is fabulous, way faster than I've ever received them before. Summer reading has been going really great. We will actually wrap up summer reading program on July 29th. I think that's, yeah, it's a Wednesday. And I just found out today that we might be able to do a small school supply giveaway that day. We'll limit the items to a certain number per person that comes into the library, like maybe five items per person that comes in for our summer reading program that day. But I'm just working out all the details since the person who is donating those just contacted me today and said they would definitely be able to have them within 2 weeks by the time we have that end of summer reading program. Today we had Santa John and we celebrated a special Christmas in July story time. His wife, Mrs. Claus, wrote a new book about snowflakes that she shared with our patrons. And we had a really good turnout for that. Normally it's a small crowd, but we had about 29 people come. So that really surprised me. And that was good for such a kind of niche event to have at the library, especially on a Thursday morning. We do have a great turnout for our Tuesday morning story time. We have 30, 40, 50 people come every single week for that. So, but other story times, sometimes it's a little hit or miss how many people will attend. And we also had yesterday, we had Bonnie Haynes is doing some financial literacy trainings for us at the library. And she started off yesterday with one with the children called Growing Money. It's a Berenstain Bears program that they have. And it's about saving. And she did a great job. And I do want to highlight that she'll be back in August, at the end of August on the 26th, with a financial literacy program called Building a Better Budget. And then from those programs that she does, she will do other programs as well based off of what the community wants to hear about. So it might be, you know, how to purchase your first home or how to save for your children to go to college or whatever the community wants. She will tailor those financial literacy programs for what the community is wanting to learn more about. And she does a great job. And a lot of you probably already know her because she does every outreach event that I go to, she's there. We also have, tomorrow is Fill Our Food Pantry Day. Donations have been good though. But back when I planned this a month and a half ago, which is how far in advance I plan our calendar, it was getting a little low. So we're still gonna have Fill Our Food Pantry Day tomorrow because we'll use the donations, they always go. But I will say I'm pleased that our community has really stepped up this whole entire summer. And we've done a great job supplying food for our community. Let's see what else. We have Children's Music and Movement, used to be a Friday morning program. Miss Jenny now has a full-time job during the week, so she has moved those to Saturdays. So they're on Saturday mornings, once or twice a month. She normally does almost every other, but for July, she'll do a special mermaid story time in 2 weeks' time instead of a children's music and movement. So she does a lot of really special events for us as well. And we tend to get a good turnout for those, but it has been an adjustment going from Fridays to Saturdays. So it's a little bit of a different crowd. Next week on Wednesday, July 15th, we have a Library Love book drive. The purpose of that is to replenish all the books we've been giving away for our summer reading program. So every 10 books that a child reads, they get a free book all summer long. And every 5 books that a teen or an adult reads, they get a free book all summer long. We have tons of adult prizes, by the way. That's never a problem. But the children's books go very quickly. So I'm doing like a replenishment for that. And then whatever doesn't get used up this month, we will save for next summer. So I spent a whole year collecting those prizes. And so we might build this Library Love book drive in maybe quarterly, to help get really great prizes for our children. And we did get a lot of compliments this year on the prizes that we've had and the books that we've had for them, so that's been great. Mayor Moncrief's Reading Club is now meeting on Thursdays, and July 23rd is also
Saw that.
National Vanilla Ice Cream Day, so we will give away ice cream
Hello.
to everybody who attends Mayor Moncrief's story time that day. So we love to do special events, and our Friends of the Library has no problem covering special little treats and things like that for us. So basically how that works is through our book sale that we put at the library, that money goes into the Friends, and then the Friends in turn gives it right back to us to do special little events and programs like that one. So I'm excited about that. My team worked really hard this summer. We were down a 10-hour position all summer long, and they really stepped up and did a great job with working extra hard all summer long, including today when I left them there. And I'm just so proud of them. So we do have a position posted right now, and the only way to apply for that is online. The applications go to our regional office and then they forward them to me. So we are hiring. Does anybody have any questions for me?
Jazz.
What's that? Jazz.
Jazz hour.
Jazz hour is going great. We just play jazz music for 1 hour. Normally it's on a Friday afternoon because most people are not working or studying on a Friday afternoon right before closing time. And we've gotten a lot of positive feedback from that. So it's just very relaxing. We wanted to have some music in the library just once a month, just to like make it a little bit lively. And we really enjoy it, and the patrons have so far too.
That's great. Yes. Will the team meeting start up again when school starts?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there'll be a teen advisory board meeting. We have 2 coming up. One is this month on Wednesday, July 22nd at 4:30. And then the teens have requested to do a Saturday book club. So in August, when school starts back, the teen advisory book club will meet on Saturday, August 15th at 11 a.m. And they will decide on which book they're going to do. They had some options. So at the meeting this month, they'll make a decision on the options they were given, and then they'll probably meet and discuss that in August. So yeah, teen advisory board is going great.
Very good.
All right.
Thank you. Thanks, Ann. I can talk to you about the movie projector screen.
About what?
Movie projector and screen.
Sure, we can request those from regional, just let me know.
Thanks. Okay, public comment on anything on the agenda. Okay, we'll move on, old business. No, I'm gonna ask you to come up. You do.
Hello. So what we have first is, we have 2 zoning applications that were initiated by the city. Regarding Mike's Tire as it moved, took away the need for the conditional use, and the reasoning is why they were outside of the boundary of sales. We advertised for a public hearing, more than 15 days after the public hearing date, the planning and zoning commission held the public hearing, had no comment during the public hearing. After the hearing, both zoning actions were recommended for approval by the planning and zoning commission.
So at this time, I'm going to ask if there's a motion regarding the downtown overlay boundary amendment to reincorporate the tax parcels into the downtown overlay district. So moved. Is there a second? Second. Any discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. And then we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next topic. And I'm gonna ask if there's a motion on the removal of conditional use for tax parcel, WG 010256. I'll motion again. Is there a second? I'll second. And discussion. All in favor, please raise your hands. Okay, and Joe, if you'll go up and, just give us a brief, we do need global life supplemental insurance. Went through this at the last one, so.
So, Global Life supplement for, give me a proper name for it, not healthcare.
Looks like supplemental insurance.
Right. So, there's a lot of options in here. It's when you cancer endurance, and, accident protection services. It's very similar to other things that he told us not to talk about, like Ashland, because they're cutting. But essentially the way it would work is they come in and take it need by need basis, set a plan for each individual. The only reason the council has to prove it is because it's us endorsing it to our employees. And it does come out of payroll, so it would be.
This is something our employees would sign up for themselves. They would pay for it themselves if they found that they'd have a need for any of these kind of insurance policies.
Correct.
Is there any question for Joe? All right, is there a motion on the Globe Life supplemental insurance and bringing it to the city for our employees?
Make a motion to approve it.
Second? I'll go that. I'm full with it. I was waiting for it. Any discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. Thank you. I think it's a great thing to be on. Thanks. Another new business, timeline and topics, discussion for compensation changes for elected officials. Stay in your packet, show us that time. And Joe, would you tell us what your voting means for that? Start with
Okay.
Hello. Okay.
As we've talked about while we've been talking about an update to selected compensation and the discussion of it. I'm a firm believer in this process taking a long time, have opportunity for discussion, and then for all opinions to be heard. Inside this timeline, it gives us a structure of how it works. So if you'll see here, all the data has been gathered for the compensation review that I'm doing. I'm going to put that data in a more refined format, so it's easier to understand. And on July 30th, I'll be presenting it during our work session to show where we are compared to similar size cities or cities of similar scope. Also on June 30th, we're going to determine if any more data is needed or desired by council. On August 27th, discuss and debate the validity of changes to compensation to include health, if applicable, wages, and other benefits. Also on August 27th, discuss and establish final proposal during an open work session. September 10th, formalize proposal in open meeting. September 10th, this is also optional. I just gave it there for if council decides to create this. Establish and nominate persons to be on a special committee to advise on proposed changes. And then advertising a public hearing in our legal organ by September 13th. October 1st, if we do decide to have any kind of special committee, hold an open meeting and a public hearing and offer their recommendation to council. Advertise public hearing for 3 consecutive weeks from October 14th to November 4th. And on November 5th, hold public hearing on the notice of intent. And then on December 10th, formal vote on the proposal itself.
Okay.
I will add one detail. As council may have noticed through the years and my 1.5 year, committees are not filled. With this timeline, I will say that it's not impossible, but it would be challenging to fulfill a committee for special purpose. But I did want it to be an option for council to decide.
And you'll have that data for us for the meeting so we can review it and just correct. Okay. Any questions for Joe on that?
No, this looks great though. I like that we have a structured plan. Thanks.
It's not an option. This,
No, it's not.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the reports. The works.
hello.
Brad.
I like to think that sometimes. Cool and mellow.
Interchangeable.
I had a good conversation, a couple of good conversations with Brad this week, regarding the approved budget, what we're gonna be able to do with it. And, we're already developing plans to start executing that budget. We are gonna be having a paving meeting soon, for internal planning of what was approved in the, capital improvement plan. On top of that, we're gonna also pull in the county, so we can start coordinating with them on their RFP, start getting this established. Then we've been talking about different areas that needed some attention, at least for assessments, such as the roof here, the pavilion, seeing any damage that professional licensed contractors see. So we have been having them come out, do their assessments, so we can see if there's anything we need to start paying more attention to there. We're also going to be coming up with a phase proposal soon. And that's going to also encompass the mayor as well. We're going to sit down and have a phase proposal for the public works building. That way we don't keep allocating money to fix it, but not fix it. So public works has been very busy with all this planning on top of grass cutting season. So troopers.
They're doing a great job. They are. Drive through the city, you never see tall grass anymore. It's wonderful. Great.
See the grass and knock it down.
Different plan.
Start with citations. We had 6 Walton County citations and none from Georgia State Patrol. And as far as rentals go, there was 4 for the pavilion and only 12 this in the month of June for baseball, softball, because it's kind of winding down right now. But we had a softball team book July 3rd through December 18th. They already paid. They paid on June 11th, $1,250. That's the wow.
Fantastic.
And the accounts, the general operating account, $557,634.66. Sewer operating account, $2,536. SPOS 2019, $947,918.26. Money market account, $1,466,632.64. The DDA account, $89,785.96. The new sewer money market account, $91,806.03. The LAS sewer expansion, $206,055.53. And then SPOS, the 2025 is $368,103.47.
Thank you, Lynn. You're gonna be particularly one again.
Love it.
Oh, again, sorry.
I have a really good joke to go along with this. When I said, you see the grass and knock it down. And if we would have went straight into code enforcement, see the grass.
Okay, Joe, thanks.
It's even funnier when we explain. So this report shows some of the activity through since our last meeting. As you're noticing, more grass, weeds, and cultivated areas are starting to pop up on this. What I wanted to point out is another location with a live-in RV. That one went to court and is being taken care of. The RVs are gone and now they're in their own familiar speed. So that one got handled. And then it's working faster this year than it did last year. The second he has a conversation or actually sends out a notice of violation, the grass is coming. I think people are getting pretty afraid of the nickname of the land man.
Is that what his nickname is?
We've seen it on Facebook a couple
The
times.
land bank. That's great.
Who's doing great work, continuing to. And then, one thing to add to this is some of the bigger things are starting to get worked out between our public works manager or building grounds manager and our code enforcement officer. Some areas where drainage isn't being properly did on properties, some stormwater infrastructure in private areas, those are starting to get a lot more attention. We just started working on those for those landowners.
Keep in mind too, you're only seeing 7 here. Yeah, sometimes. Like the first one on the list can take weeks. And Greg is constantly following up on these things. I can come in, somebody mentioned 17 when I was in Dollar General today. Came in and I said something to him because I told them citizen would. Then what's going on with this one? And he goes, "Oh, we got that going." And he sat down and talked about it. So he's very much on top of it. Everything going on, which is really great.
And these are just the ones that escalate to a notice. Most of the time, it's a simple conversation, follow up the next day.
Yeah, and that's what I like to hear. That's awesome. I'm giggling about these dates on here. Though.
Oh,
Very first thing.
100 years ago, yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Greg and his computer.
They're very confused.
All right, then we're ready for you.
All right, my favorite part. So we've had a greater influx of records requests. And I briefly spoke with Jay about it, and it doesn't appear that there's anything preventing an open records request this way, but we're getting them from AI sources through companies. Regarding RFPs from 5 years ago, and they build databases to help other people's when they're preparing their own bids. So it's not a bad thing at all, but we might start seeing an uptick in records requests that way, where it's just automated requests.
Yeah. That's interesting.
We just talked about the code actions. Permits issued and ready, there was 12. A lot of them are sheds, things of that nature, signs. It's always a common one. So as far as projects and tasks, so some of the highlights. I've suspended drafting an ordinance for Walton County Sheriff's Department regarding some of our ordinances for parking and things of that nature because they exist already. I'm going to be sending them a compilation of things that they may see and where to find it. Because that's the meeting we did have. See that they had enforceability, but they didn't. America 250 celebration happened.
And it was fantastic.
It was. If you didn't go, just kidding.
Yeah.
Sanitation billing, we are going to be sending out a gentle reminder tomorrow regarding accounts that are still not paid. Inside of that letter is everything they need to know, the consequences of not paying, but it does have a soft.
Joe, I want to go over one thing so council's aware. So there still will not be late fees for the first 2 quarters, okay? If it does not get paid by the 21st of July and it does not get paid in total, the 2 quarters, there will be it will be canceled. And then there'll be a reinstatement fee. And that's how much is that fee? $20. $20.
So being canceled.
Not canceled, but they will not have garbage collection.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They don't have garbage collection and they choose to haul it off themselves. Is that okay since we contract or not okay?
They absolutely have that right.
And opt out, right?
They can opt out. We do have a need for that, but we do need it on our records because currently we're getting charged from the sanitation company by them being on it. And that's been advertised as well in some quarters.
I just want you to know, by the 21st, if they do not get paid up in full, there won't be any late fees, but there will be a recommitment. Make sure I'm getting.
How long is that list?
Is there an estimated number that haven't paid?
I didn't get an exact number, and I definitely don't want to tell you. What
No.
Definitely kill it now to like.
It's going to be very busy in the city hall on the 21st hour.
Yeah, I will also say half of them on the list have paid for the first one. So it's not an issue of not knowing. It's there.
Good.
Student employees, they're working on turnover duties right now. And when's Macy's last day? 22nd?
22nd.
Macy's last day is 22nd. We invite the council to City Hall that day.
I'll
So,
let you know when we do a little celebration for her and the time. If you're interested.
we did welcome a new student employee. I believe everyone met, at EF. Wanted to call it a jamboree, American 250 celebration.
Yeah.
We approved the fiscal year 27 budget. That's complete.
Yeah.
In our next work session, you will see a new solid waste policy with updates from our current ordinance to encompass what we've been working on the past year.
Okay.
My goal is to also have a sewer proposal. And that means I will be talking to Mr. Walter a lot probably in the next week. If he'll take my phone calls. He always has.
Yeah, just, if you give me, don't call me tomorrow. Just get me through, if we get to Monday, we'll
Absolutely.
be more than happy to talk.
Workforce management, we do have the new classifications created and the jobs posted. They've been posted for 2 days and we've already gotten 7 on one and 5 on the other qualified candidates. It's amazing to see. And then the last thing is, just to put it in everyone's head, we have 7 military still.
Wait, what?
We have 7 military in that pleasant 5 year. So that's gonna be coming up.
Isn't there a possibility of call meeting?
Yes.
Yes, so there's a possibility for me to. For my stuff, since Joe already took 14 on this, we do. I wanted to let council know. Joe and I met with some folks from, PCA, so, about becoming a gig community. And we have turned in a letter of intent to ask to be considered. And that's why I gave them this packet right here. It's a 3-year program. And it gives us training and it gives us technical assistance and different advantages when it comes to funding. If we become and we're accepted, they usually take about 15 communities. So we met with Beth from BCA and Eva from the NGRC. And we sat down with them, got the letter done, and got it in on time. And hopefully we'll be considered. They come to the cities if they're considering you. And take a look around and look at your ideas and what you're thinking of doing. And we have an application to fill out by the end of this month, which Joe and I are going to be working on. And hopefully we will do that. And then if we become a big community, it'd be really great. After the 3-year period, we can stay on as an alumni and still get those benefits of the funding and grants and those. So it's, I know Monroe is a big community and there's a lot of other communities that are also involved and it's been very good for them, but it has some examples of cities who have done that. So,
Can I say something about this? This is one of those examples of how going to training and further education really benefits our city. This is something we brought back from Small Cities Conference. Still this year, and I'm really happy to see us taking this initiative. So yeah, thanks, Joe. Thanks, Steph.
yeah, absolutely. And with that in mind, I know at a previous meeting, I said, council members, need to be taking a look at different committees or a committee they would like to serve on. I know Maxine, you're serving on the finance committee. I am going to be serving on the community involvement and working with Ms. Lynn Ferd on community events. This GIC possibility is another community or committee that somebody can serve on. So that's there if you're interested.
Yeah, I'm curious, since I'm not familiar with this, it says primarily residential, or is it?
It's a lot of residential, but it's a lot of infrastructure planning, commercial, all the stuff. They bring in experts from all different areas to help you learn about these things and how it can all come together. Or yeah. Another thing to keep in mind, I'm going to be planning a retreat for council, which I talked about before with Shane Short, speaking on development of the city. And Jay's going to be there talking about a few things. And then we also asked Joe to speak about planning and zoning and things to look at and things where to look for ordinances and what to look for. Just a little training that we can get done. We're going to invite our planning and zoning commission to come to that too. So I will keep you guys updated with that. I'll be getting in touch about good dates for everybody. So retreat. The comprehensive plan update is ongoing. I left you a flyer for open houses. The survey is open until July 14th. If you want to encourage people to fill that out. The steering committee, next meeting will be on August 3rd. If anybody's interested, everybody's always welcome to come. At 10 a.m. on August 3rd at the new county courthouse up on the 3rd floor. When you get off the elevator, just go there. That's right there. And we talked about all different aspects of the comprehensive plan. That's that. And then last but certainly not least is the 250 celebration. And I just want to say kudos to Lynn Hurd for all your hard work in getting in those vendors with not one single cent spent by the city. That it's basically unheard of. And we had a great turnout. I think some people said over 1,000 people came, even with a little storm before us, but thank goodness for that storm for the weather. Yeah. Thank goodness. It was a really nice event. The vendors were just thrilled. It was just a great event, and we are very, very fortunate to have that Grove Park in our city and be able to use it. And they've got a bunch of other stuff coming up, and we're going to start doing some stuff over there too. Yeah, so that's it for me, basically. Now this is the town hall, and I know there's somebody in our audience who wants to talk to us. Want to come up?
Me?
Or do you want,
Place for
you
my.
want to just talk to Joe and I afterwards? We haven't forgotten about you. I do have your email. We haven't forgotten. We just been getting through the budget and some other things to see what kind of finances we have over there, but we'll chat afterwards. Okay? All right. Any council comments? Linda?
I don't have anything.
Okay.
Our city sure looks great. I'm super proud of everything I'm seeing happening around here.
So,
Love our neighbors, love your families.
Maxine?
Oh, let's see, conference was great overall, and two great classes, one not so great, so I will give feedback on that one. It was a good class, it just didn't really apply to us, and that wasn't clear in some of those materials. But overall, have a lot that I'm still kind of sorting out and trying to figure out how to bring that into Joe or mayor or whoever, or the council, wherever it needs to go. And go from there with it, and I'm thankful for great neighbors who have helped me take care of me. I've had a rough week. So I've had neighbors step up and help me out. I appreciate that.
Okay. Executive session, we do have something tonight that we're going to discuss. In the minutes litigation, right? So we are going to, I need to make a motion. Would somebody like to?
I will make a motion that we adjourn to an executive session.
Do a second?
So
All in favor? Okay, unanimous. We're going to go into executive session, guys. It's could be 5 minutes, it could be 20 minutes. I couldn't tell you, but we will be coming back out.
It'll be 5.
Yeah. Stay if you like. If you don't want to stay, feel free to go. Okay, guys?
No, it's not. No, this is a.
No, that's fine. I understand. Then you need me to stick.
Just need the money and-
All the chairs missing out of here there.
That's fine. Well, if it's okay, I'll scoot on, but I'll send you your phone. Obviously, I have a deadline tomorrow for Bear County.
Microphone number, drop down thing.
Trying to run more.
That's 5 minutes, Jay.
The camera is not coming back on. There it is.
You did it. Technology is such a blessing, but at the same time, it can also be so frustrating when it doesn't do what you want it to. Yeah.
We all said everyone.
Yep.
Thank you.
Make a motion that we return to regular session from executive session.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? Okay, unanimous. Your motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Jill, second? Second. All in favor? It's unanimous. Thank you, everybody. That was a quickie.